tuned to BS3 Network.
Welcome to another episode of Queen3 and King. I am your host. You see the name, I King Dog. If you can read, we tried to help with your reading lesson last week. So if you ain't got it, that's on you. And as you can see, my black queens got their hair together in this mother. Everybody all right?
We all right. We in the
Ladies, let me hear from you. Who say that? Erica Badu? What she say?
Ladies,
y'all all right? All right. Let's do some introductions and then we will get into our topic. Again, if you are on Facebook, please give Facebook permission to publish your name so we can credit you with the comments. Again, you see the caption down below. Again, before comment, please grant Reaching permission to name by clicking on that link, so we don't have any issues. Without further ado, we're going to start our introductions. We will start out in Tupac land. I guess she in Long Beach, Compton, or wherever she at with a Tupac shirt on.
That's what.
We got the seasoned queen, Darling Nikki, Boney Maroney, Coco, the Glamour, Skinny Minnie. What up, Queen?
Hey, everybody. I missed y'all last week.
They said don't worry about it.
How y'all
doing? All right, and next with some fresh touch-up edge gel on them edges this evening. I see.
You started off good. Don't mess it up.
Out of East Garland, the fourth or fifth generation of the East Side Posse, the educator, Meba, TT. What up, Queen?
Good evening.
See, Nikki, Mika, and Lily don't know nothing about going to the Kimberlin Park, which I can't remember the official name of Kimberlin Park at the back, when the DJ used to set up on Sunday afternoon and play some Mo Bounce to the Ounce, and we was hooping and music playing and black folks everywhere, and it's a good time, and we didn't have to worry about cops. See, they didn't get none of that.
Yeah.
Yes, we did. We just went at Kimberlin Park.
No, it's a different. It couldn't have been duplicated.
No.
What was the name? What was the official? What was the official name of Kimberlin Park? Emory. That's it. Emory.
Yeah.
Embry or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Park.
I can't wait to get to some of these comments. All right. And last but not least, the big queen, formerly known as Blake's mama. Now she is promptly, and ever since Blake turned 6 years old, she done dropped it like a hot potato, and she's on the bounce.
I know
we ain't seen no pictures of Blake on the internet. Bronx got all kind of new hats and stuff. We got the baby queen, Mama Lee, in the building. What up, Queen?
Hello, everyone. And I love all my kids. Don't let him tell y'all different.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's get to some of these comments before we get into this topic about Hara. All right, so we got Kim Walk in the building. She says, "Hey, family."
Hey,
good evening.
We got Aunt Weta in the building. She goes, "Hello, my beautiful family." And Aunt Weta, it was a whole nother 9-pack of Coors Light out in the fridge. You should have took that with you. All right, and then we got H-Rap in the building. Say good evening, family. When I say that Joker get
What's up,
off his show
Adrian?
and tune
Hey,
right into this one. So I watch
Yes,
it
he
as I watch
does.
this program as long as I can before I got to start getting ready and panicking about my stuff. Matter of fact, I probably need to stop watching as long as I do so I can make sure I got my ducks in a row over here. But glad to have you in the building, H-Rap. Hopefully, Pastor Dodd. If Pastor Dodd ain't listening, you tell him to get on there right now. That's H-Rap Pastor. He still don't know H-Rap cussing stuff yet, but I'm trying to educate him. Let's see. We got Golden Brooks in the building.
hey,
She goes, "Hey,
Golden.
beautiful
Hey,
ladies," and
living my
cleaned
life
up.
like it's golden. Living my life like.
Let's see what she say. Oh, she followed that up by saying she should have. Hold on one second. I'm struggling because I don't have a mouse today, so I'm doing the laptop the old-fashioned way. I should have told all of it, and it ain't too late. It ain't too late. She goes, "Hello, everyone. Grace's friend. This is Teresa. How you doing, ma'am? How you doing? Good.
Hello.
All right. And we got Mayhem
Oh
in the building. He
my.
goes, he already started. I don't know what he's drinking. He got something in his cup. I assure
He
you,
gotta have that brown.
hair doesn't count tonight, people. My goodness, no, it don't count. That ain't the hair. We have another show on that.
No, we
And
won't.
then we got, yes, we will. And then we got Grace in the building. She goes, "Hey, y'all, what's up? What's up?
Hey,
What's
Grace.
up?" All right, all right. Okay, so let me start this off a little differently. Okay, again, for the folks in the back who just getting here, who was at the concession stand, the topic of today's show is just one word. It's hair.
Her.
And so I'm going to ask them, like I'm going to wonder about you. What did you think? And we're going to start with the baby queen and go backwards. What did you think whenever I just posted the topic, hair?
First thing that came to my head.
Yeah.
I am not my hair. The NDR.
That is wonderful.
That is the first thing that came to my head.
Because I actually printed off the lyrics to that particular song because I thought she had some very interesting lyrics to that. And we did not discuss that. Matter of fact, I didn't even discuss the topic with them before I posted it. I just knew they wouldn't have a problem with it because it's a good one. Or like my homeboy Craig say, it's a good one. All right, let's move right on over to TT. What did you think when you saw me post the topic, hair?
Types of hair. Types of styles.
Okay, you should have thought I got a call in mind for that show. All right, let's go on and move over to Nico, as Robert Earl used to call her, Nico. What did you think? What did you think whenever I posted the topic on upcoming Queen 3 and King shows, hair?
Well, I guess me and Mika was on the same page because I don't even know what song you're talking about. That was the same thing I thought about, the different types of hair. Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard that song.
Oh, yeah, NDRE.
Yeah, you need to live a little. And Lily didn't want me to say nothing, but when we were talking about the subject, she texted me and said, Nikki probably don't have a problem with this show because she got the nappiest her kids out of all us.
You a lie.
Mama kids.
You see, he couldn't even get that lie out.
She said, because my kids is half white and your kids is half Mexican. Our kids are better than us, so she might have a problem with this episode.
I know,
I sure didn't.
All right,
would never say such a thing.
Because my kids have beautiful hair.
Mm-hmm.
And my grands.
For those of you who do not know, we are live on Roku. If you got a Roku device, whether that be a TV or a stick, either way, search BS3 TV on adding channels and download today. Please, please, please. Again, we are in our initial thoughts regarding this topic, hair, and we want to know what your thoughts are as we maneuver through this topic. Okay, if you're watching via YouTube, please click the like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. We sure appreciate you. All right. So, like Lily said, I thought about NDRE as well. So I'm gonna go over a couple of these lines that I highlighted and y'all just interrupt me if I say something that intrigues you. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. She says, and this is like the second line, had a lumpy curly top and all that crap. She said, nappy headed brothers never had no ladies. Let's just go there. Now, do nappy headed brothers not get any ladies, or do ladies even think about nappy headed brothers?
I think
y'all
about
even look at a brother hair.
Huh? The only time I think about it is if your hair look like Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
That's the only time.
Ooh. Ooh, talking about a very timely reference, because of the last decade, out of all the people out there who done had some hair issues, Kevin Durant is one of them, ain't he?
He got
the only thing I want to do is brush his hair. It's like
don't it look like you just don't ever brush it? I ain't never seen nobody have a low cut like that. And it just looked like it ain't been brushed. But I don't think a brush was going to help him.
No. And he gets but the thing is, he gets offended when people say, like, why do you have your hair like that? But you got to look in the mirror and know, my hair is not hidden.
But okay, so I'm glad you went there.
Just too much money.
You went there. I'm glad you went there. This is one of these topics that will give like this, right? So you said you got to look in the mirror and know that. Is that always the case? This was
it's
question,
not.
But think about how many people in life where we see their hair and we think, do you see that shit on top of your head? How often? How often? I mean, y'all right now when I say that, y'all can imagine Wilma Jean saying it. Look at that fool here. He know he ain't got no business leaving the house with his head looking like that. Right? We couldn't leave the house. We couldn't leave the house with our head looking a certain way. So are there people, anybody can take this, are there people out there who just ain't paying attention to what their head look like? They don't care. They oblivious to what is it that they missing that we not?
I don't even think it's that they're not paying attention. I think it's that they don't care. Like, you see your hair.
Yeah.
So you're just like, shoot, they gonna get what they get.
And I think
anybody disagree with that?
I think also being natural, people think I don't have to do anything with my
We're gonna get into that natural shit in a minute. I'm telling you right now, I'm so sick of that. I'm so sick of that natural.
But if you think about it, when people first started saying they were natural, everybody wanted to hop on the natural train. But
that's right.
You have to maintenance your hair.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. That's the truth. Okay, so you said they don't care. So if you going with that, why don't they care?
I think
if that's the answer.
I think their hair doesn't define them. In their mind, my hair doesn't define me. Like,
a lot of people say that.
I'm more than my hair. Like, you should be able to take this little puff ball and be good with it.
Yeah.
It don't define you. However, it defines your lack of attention to detail. It defines your maybe define your hygiene.
But because when we grew up, what a mama she always had us. Don't go outside the house looking any kind of way. You don't. You need to keep yourself presentable, because you are a reflection of your parents. Right.
And that's what I was going to say. Back in earlier generations, we were more pressed on how we looked, whether it be hair or clothes or, I mean, think about it right now. Would any of y'all go somewhere with some wrinkled clothes on? That'll drive y'all nuts, right? So we were, that was kind of drilled into our heads that we are representing more than just ourselves. Unfortunately, everybody didn't get that memo, and I'm trying to figure out what happened. All right. We got Pastor Dodd in the building. He says, hold on, give me a moment. He goes, "Hey, I'm here. What's going on, Pastor Dodd?"
Hey.
Let's see. Theodore says, I wouldn't miss this.
Yeah.
All right. Who else? All right. We got Theodore just saying yes. All right. Let's see, Golden Brooks, the right, Trap Theodora said, okay, here she goes. She comment on that. She says, I don't want no nappy headed man. All right. Go ahead, Mika.
Do we really, like, outside of Kevin Durant, do we really see a lot of nappy headed men walking around? Like, that's just something that I don't see a lot.
I don't know that I don't know that the term lot applies, a lot of, but you do see some.
Yeah. You see some.
I see some nappy headed men and some nappy headed women. And generally that ain't the only thing nappy about them.
Go to the next comment. This is
I'm just telling you the truth. Normally they clothes and shit sloppy and shit too.
This is true.
Yeah.
Keisha said we would know if their hair was nappy if they invest in a brush, some Murray sporting waves, and a do-rag. Yeah. Okay. All right. Pastor Don says, hey, King D, if you ask a brother who can't hair a nappy head of hair is a good head of so he said he'd rather have nappy hair than no hair at all. I feel you. Keisha said, and I gotta make a note about that. I need to make sure we address natural, and I need to make sure we address good versus bad. Okay, so she goes, I've seen some good hair having men with some jacked up hair. It just be sticking straight up. Okay, so you can tell they got a. Now I'm finna hit y'all with a term
good grade
that mamas used to say. He got a good grade of hair. I don't know why he be letting his hair look like that. He got a darn good grade of hair.
And just don't call me. He's like, Mom.
And she'll say real quick, it don't take much.
No.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So anytime something is real good, it's darn good. You got a darn good job. You got a darn good car. You got a darn good house, and don't take care of it.
Mm-hmm. That's mama. Sheesh.
Let's see, growth experience, and correct me. I think it's Teresa, but just correct me if I'm wrong. She goes, sometimes it depends on what you grew up with. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she has another comment as well that says, can depend on culture. I'll give you that. Yeah. I'll give you that. And Golden just says, that is true. I don't know which true she's talking about, but she goes, that is true. Okay. So I'm going to get back into these lyrics for just a moment here and see if we have another good line. So y'all are not paying attention. Y'all haven't, run across, or you ain't feeling this nappy-headed brothers never had no legs. I think that's a lie, because I done seen some nappy-head jokers with some.
I think
it's a big deal. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I've seen both.
All right. Okay. So she says this. Then I couldn't get no job because corporate wouldn't hire no dreadlocks.
Yeah, that's
an issue.
That's the thing right there.
Yes.
Corporate, you all, as Black women, you have to think about your hairstyle before you get it, because if you go to work every day, that might be frowned upon. Oh, it is. You're in management. You can't have red hair, or you can't have blue hair. But I can be managing an associate that has blue hair.
Right.
And nothing is said about them.
But you remember that hairstyle that people are still wearing, it? They had a little shave on the side and like two little swoop. Like, I love that hairstyle. But if I walked into any school district with that hairstyle, it would be a problem.
Yeah, they were even trying to stop some students at school from wearing dreads or not giving them their diploma and stuff because of dreads and things like that.
Right. Well, back when I was in high school, back in the 1900s, we used to get designs in our head a lot, right? We gonna get this Nike swoosh. We gonna get, the Reebok logo or some other, unique design. Well, for a while, they banned that at school, saying you can't come with no discernible design. In other words, with no product or whatever, like it couldn't be Nike or Reebok or Puma or whatever. It could be it can be a design, but it couldn't be a definable design for a while. So corporate America, didn't they just, and I'm again, apologize for my ignorance on this particular subject, but didn't they just pass some sort of law about, the Crown Act? Okay, so what do you know about that? Tell us as much as you know about that.
Basically, that we can wear our hair in any style and it wouldn't be frowned upon, especially African American women.
No discrimination.
Okay.
No discrimination based upon your hairstyle.
And that just happened, though, right?
Yeah, that was recent for sure. So,
Very
do you
recent.
think if they got an act that's gonna stop jokers from frowning upon it?
No.
I'm just gonna say wasn't a good fit, or I'm gonna say lack of experience, or I'm gonna say I can couch it however I want to couch it.
Absolutely.
So if a joker gonna frown upon it, they're gonna frown upon it.
And especially working in districts that could be predominantly one race and not African American, they're gonna look at your hair. They're looking at your hair and they're looking at your clothes. I'm telling you, anytime I go in with a new hairstyle, don't let me have regular hair and straight hair on Wednesday and go have an appointment Wednesday evening and come the next day with braids. They're amazed. They want to touch it.
And don't put your hands in my hair.
Thank you. Now.
Yeah. Okay, so tell me, what's the fascination? And we just gonna have to where this conversation take us. What is the fascination with? Because our own people don't seem to touch our hair, right?
No,
they don't seem to do that as often. There are some that do, right? Because I can even say that if we're having a family get together and one of our aunties like your hair, they may come up and touch it. We don't have a problem with that, right?
Yeah.
We don't have a problem with that, right?
No
Why
problem.
don't we have a problem with it? Because they are related to us. We know why they're touching it.
We know what place it's coming from.
Okay.
So it's like, okay, girl, oh, I love your hair. This is cute, and I'm like, oh, thank you. But sometimes it's like they look at us as if, oh my gosh, how do you do this? Like y'all are some type of unicorn. You can do your hair like that.
Phased.
And you don't have to wash it every day. I've even had that question. You don't have to wash your hair every day. No.
Or like these braids, or is that yours? Now you know.
Now you
know. I grew it out yesterday evening.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, yes, it is.
So if they came and said, your hair is so pretty and touched it, is it received different?
No.
Still, don't touch my hair.
Don't touch my hair.
So what do we?
If we don't have that relationship, don't put your hand in my hair.
Don't do that.
Okay. Ooh, I got something here. So Grace says, "Touch you like a damn puppy."
Yes. Yeah.
That's right, Grace.
Yes.
And then let's see. Teresa confirmed. Yes, it is Teresa on the growth experience.
Okay.
Grace's ministry partner. And by the way, they have show the Grace Experience on Saturdays. So check that out on BS3 Network as well. And Teresa adds, whenever we talked about hairstyles in the workplace, she goes, because you look threatening. Okay. And Theodora says, true, I had a streak of blue and it was frowned upon. I want to know when that happened, Theodora. When you had that streak of blue. I got something to say about that.
I got to have my blue braids. I've always loved blue hair. I don't know what it is about it, but
Keisha says, I think bad spirits travel, so please don't touch my hair. Hell, don't even touch me.
I hear people say that too.
I hear people say, don't touch your hair. Yeah,
the hair. I hear that. Yeah.
Even and you know how I feel about COVID. COVID is even before COVID, I'm a germs freak. Don't touch me. I don't know you. I don't know where your hands been. Why are you touching my hair? If you want to look, that's cool. I don't mind that. Because
what if they look all close and shit? You said don't touch me. What if they looking real close?
That's fine. Don't touch it though. Leave it alone.
And you can feel their breath.
They might get hit.
I'm gonna have to throat check you. I'm gonna have to throat check you if that's the case.
Yeah, if you want that, I'm gonna say no. Okay, that's enough. No.
I didn't touch it. Your breath did, though.
Disgusting. Makes me sick.
Golden says, yeah, I have dreads / locks. Why do people ask to touch my hair? There is a fascination, that is for certain. Can't figure that one out. But we don't go trying to touch the hair of other races, do we?
No. No.
And how about this? Why every time y'all go on vacation, y'all got to try to braid y'all shit like ours? As soon as you get to Cancun, your ass getting some braid.
Yeah. Yeah. Or did you even hear about like when the Kardashians started wearing cornrows? They were like, "Oh, they discovered a new style."
Yeah.
And we were like, "What?
Wow.
That's hard. We've been doing that."
Yeah. Just like Juneteenth just happened. Ray the Kev in the building. He goes, "What up, fam? Can't chat, but listening." But Ray the Kev, I don't know about you, but this comment is a chat. So apparently you can chat.
Oh, be quiet.
Grace is getting violent. I thought she was a Christian. She's talking about break their fingers and
one by one.
Oh my God.
Theodora, I said back in the 90s.
That's when she had that blue streak gone, girl.
Oh, okay, gotcha. She was get your freak on, get your freak on.
Oh yeah,
I know what you were doing, Theodora. We ain't fooling nobody.
Hey, Theodora.
Okay, this is an interesting comment. Keisha says, "Touching our hair is like assault. I'm always ready to pop up at people touching my hair. They trip me out asking if it's a wig." Okay. It's a violation of personal space, if nothing else. Right?
You're in my personal space. Yes.
Oh,
so I get it from time to time, just because of the waves for the babes. People be like, "How do you get your hair to do that?" I said, "You have to talk to Wilma Jean and Richard Earl about that shit. I don't know. It just happens."
Put on your head.
All right, so Golden said we can't have shit. And Theodora said, see, now this is Theodora's comment about get your freak on. Yes. Not just the regular yes, but yes. Wow.
I am not mad.
Go ahead on Theodora. Back in the 1900s. Let's see. Grace says, "I had a white woman touch the back of my head. She says, 'Your hair is so soft, and my hair is short.'"
Oh, I know she was on your scalp, Grace.
Oh, yeah, that's me touching my hair. Oh, you really on my hair.
That just
see, that's where that song came from. Throw them bows.
Jesus, Ted.
This motherfucker's on your hair. Get your ass out of me. All right. Can't wait to get to the wigs. Yeah, I know, me either. Okay, and so this is a good time for station identification. We are at a little bit past, about almost to the halfway point. So let's pause just a moment for station identification.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.
And while I am doing that, or since we're at a nice little break point, I want to give a little shout out to one of my old coworkers, a good friend of mine, Tara Letterman. She just put out, just released a book called What a Good Day. It's a children's book. Imagined by Tara Letterman and illustrated by a friend of hers, Mrs. Taylor. So of course, when she notified me that it got released, I promptly supported and bought a few copies. So Lily, I got you a copy so you can be reading this to Bronx. And I also got Spencer a copy. Okay, so they have it for their baby, right? And then I got Chastity a copy too for the babies over there, Nikki. So y'all make sure, but next time y'all see me. But I thought this was a good, one of the reasons why I wanted to support it. Number one, Tara is, again, I called her in some early shows. I said this was the best wingman I ever had. Y'all remember me saying that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the best wingman you ever had. So cool chick. And I thought it was just super positive, right? It's just a simple concept. She goes, "What a good day." And so I think sometimes we forget the importance of just being positive to our kids. So I thought that was genius in its simplicity. Just talk about what a good day. And as the book goes through, it's just talking about some good things that have happened that day. So again, I wanted to give her a shout out. So you can get that on Amazon. Awesome. What a good day. So she can support her so we can put out some more positive material. So go get yours now. If you got any little kids or grandkids, Theodora, if you want to teach your family, your young kids in the family that they don't have to get their freak on, they can get that book and not. Pastor Di saying they call it puppy love song.
Oh my God.
Let's see.
Oh, I hope she cuts him good.
Teresa says awesome. Would love to use for read aloud. Go get it.
It would be a great read aloud. It would be a great read aloud, Teresa.
And there's Tara. She goes, "Oh, thank you for the shout out." And I keep Tara informed. She know not to touch no black folks' hair. So, and as you can see, she got some black in her because her hair is like a real crazy color right now, as you can see in her profile picture. So she says, "Thank you for the shout out." Theodora has no kids. Golden, don't be telling Theodora business. You just mad you didn't have no blue streak in your hair. You were probably hating, talking about, look at her fast ass. I know you was talking about it, wasn't you? Okay, so let's hit this natural a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Is this a lazy move? Is this so you, Lila, you talked about it, right? One person went natural, the rest, all of a sudden it became trendy and we jumping on it.
Mm-hmm.
What's the deal with this? What's the deal with this natural hair?
I think a lot of people just saw certain individuals going natural and like, oh, her hair look cute, or her hair got a nice curl texture, like that became the thing and all that kind of stuff. So everybody was like, oh, let's go natural. But you also don't see behind the scenes of taking care of your natural hair. Yeah. So some people just slap a headband on there and be like, oh, ooh, I'm ready for the day. And I cannot stand that.
And it looked like it'll hurt to comb it, don't it?
It does.
Our hair needs some moisture. And you need
I catch a cramp in my forearm trying to comb that shit for y'all. We need some comb through relaxer in that mother.
Yeah, you got to use some products on it.
I always tell people natural does not equal nappy. Like just because you have natural hair doesn't make it nappy. And
but when you don't take care of it, that's what it looks like.
That's where it comes. Yes,
because I can. There's some people who wear their natural hair, and I'm looking at it. You can tell it's healthy. Yeah, it's got that natural sheen to it, etc. Right? But then you got some other people who are claiming natural, and they hide under this natural umbrella. And if they under this natural umbrella, can't touch this. Now all of a sudden we MC Hammer this motherfucker. We can't say nothing about them because they got natural hair and they black and we black, so we can't say nothing about them. But bottom line, if you ain't taking care of your shit, you ain't taking care of your shit.
Yeah. Which I had a lady ask me, like, how did you grow you and Cadence's hair? Meanwhile, she does nothing to her hair, and you can tell. Like her hair is never
we
done.
Comb it every day.
I wanted to tell her we take care of it. We wash it, we condition it, we moisturize it.
You should have. So you the problem. You didn't tell her shit. You had your chance.
No, I'm not. I didn't know her like that. I ain't about to tell that lady that.
No, but when we because 9 times out of 10 you're gonna see me with braids or a sew-in or something. But when you do wear a protective style. So, but when you do wear your natural hair, you have to go get it trimmed. You have to, keep it, a certain way. You got to, you can't just have natural hair and not do anything with it because Nikki's natural hair is going to look different from somebody else's natural hair in the street. Like all natural hair is not the same. It's different curl patterns. It's different textures. It's different things you have to do to keep it. Yeah.
Right.
3C, 3B, 4A.
Yeah.
All types of that.
Yeah. Yaki, whatever that is. Tara says, I have 2 mixed kids, so I have all the hair I can deal with, but I'll try to spread the word to my white peeps. LMAO. Now, let me just hip you. She says, I got 2 mixed kids. Hell, I'm mixed. I'm mixed with my mama and my dad. Hell, all of us mixed.
And good day.
All right. Let's see. Who said this? Him. Keisha said natural hair is better for your health and relaxers will kill you. Hell, so with French fries, your ass still eating them.
Bye.
Your daughter says, no, I went natural 8 years ago, just did it because I have a nice grade of hair and you still have to care for it.
You have to.
Yep. Have to.
Matter of fact, and I wonder if H-Rap is listening to me, because back in the day, Theodora, you and Golden might be able to answer this as well. Back in the day, I think they called it they used to call it a natural back like in the 70s or the 60s or something like that. I think they used to there was a hairstyle called the natural, if I'm not mistaken. Pastor Don, you might be able to tell me as well. Grace says, I love natural. We all natural in my house. Okay. Natural Africans. James says, was it a form? Was it a form of expression and rebellion and freedom? And that is a great point, because in the NDRE song, she did say, I am expressing my creativity. And I think that's the last line of the song. I am expressing my creativity. So is natural hair, or period, the way we wear our hair, no matter whether it's natural, no matter whether it's weaves, extensions, whatever the case may be, is this a form of expressing our creativity?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. And so comments are making me laugh. So if this is a form of creativity, there is a saying out there. I heard this at the barbershop one time that said, people who change their hairstyles frequently are trying to find themselves. Have y'all heard that?
I've heard that. I've heard that, but that is so not true.
That's not true.
Okay. All right.
You just got a lot of styles that you want, and you be popping.
Yeah, because a lot of times women don't want it. They want to change their hairstyle up.
Yeah.
Don't have nothing to do with deals or anything.
Theodora says, so I added the color for just pop, blonde, platinum, and now raspberry. Go on, Theodora.
All right.
That's Theodora. You better do it.
She goes, the ingredients in relaxers are worse than ingredients in prescription medicine, and you got the use of worse correct, so we appreciate you there. She goes, also, I don't eat French fries, joking. Okay, so here, and he did answer, and he says, oh wait, that's not the comment. He goes, the natural was the fro.
The natural was the fro.
He was having trouble because look at her. He had to type 4 times to get to this. He trying to say the afro was the natural. So some folks call it the natural as opposed to the and so Mayhem, of course, said I'm naturally bald. Okay. All right. Okay.
And then he got his drink in the emoji.
Teresa said it's like changing your outfit. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. We got somebody called 100 Black Rock. You don't know that a natural is classically natural hair. Oh, you capping, Black Rock? Yeah, I asked the question. I tell you what I don't know, and I ain't ashamed of it. Yeah, you know what he doing? A-Trap, this one of your homeboy? Golden said Theodora gone.
What a dummy.
And Grace says, agree, Teresa. It's like changing the outfit. Yeah, I don't even, you know. Yeah, like I'm dumb. Like I'm dumb because I don't know. Yeah.
He got serious.
This is a show here. We got to talk content, so I'm putting it out there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, let's see if A-Trap answered this question.
Food on that boy,
Oh, no. A-Trap said, nope, that's not one of his own, boy.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, look here. That's my sister. Who your sister? Oh, I know Golden, your sister, Theo. We were just messing with you. James says that's the 60s was the nature 70s. It became the Afro. Okay, see, thank you for justifying. I knew I heard it called a natural. So I wasn't born to 71, 100 Black Rock. So I just knew it was called something. So I'm asking for clarification to some of my older folks. There's a whole bunch of stuff I know about her. Oh, he is. Let's see.
Oh, there you go.
He said the fro, but you ain't done, bro. Yeah, I know. Let's see. Who is this? K Peeps back in the house. K Peeps was on one of the shows the other day, being super funny. Let's see. I jumped on this as soon as y'all busted out laughing. We gonna bust out laughing in this smile like it too. All right, so let's do this because it's a good time for a break. So we're gonna go on and hit Mama Lee segment.
streets are talking.
What we got here today?
Woo, got to be more careful. So a family is suing a Houston hospital after they gave their 4-year-old an unintentional vasectomy.
Oh,
during
Oh,
surgery.
a 4-year-old?
Yes.
How you gonna give a 4-year-old an unintentional? Something
don't
could have
know.
clued you in. This
I have
nigga
no
dingling
idea.
too
Like,
little to have a
was-
vasectomy. Something.
I literally was like reading this, like, what? How do you do that? So he had a hernia in his groin area,
wow.
and the doctor went in there and cut the wrong piece of anatomy,
The wrong thing.
Okay.
Oh
Okay.
my
which
God.
So
caused him to
okay.
have the unintentional vasectomy.
Was the doctor
Okay.
under the influence?
I don't know.
Hey, ain't no telling because hey, it's
I
more
don't
than
know.
you think I done.
I don't know, but that a little boy is going to be played for the rest of his life. But that's something like
I'd be livid.
I don't know how that mistake is done. Like
Cutting the wrong anatomy. Yeah.
I don't know how you do that. If you're going in there to take care of a hernia, which this is probably hernias are not uncommon surgery, right?
Right.
So I'm sure this doctor has done this thousands of times, but he cut the wrong piece of anatomy and gave this 4-year-old a unintentional vasectomy. So they are not naming the doctor, of course, but they said that they believe that, of course, just like vasectomies can be reversed, they believe that he'll still be able to have kids in the future, but that he has to be put under again because he's going to have to endure another surgery to correct that issue.
Horrible.
So they are definitely suing. And
hopefully that 4-year-old and his kid is gonna be set up for life because of that mistake. We got CJ we got CJ in the house. He said they did what? And I just hope now that he on here, him and Keisha don't start what they were doing on the forecast last night because they went at each other last night.
Yeah, so that was super crazy to me that that happened for him. But I thought it was only giving to on the tails of that story to talk about somebody.
Before we go to the next story, let me just tell you what CJ had to say about this doctor. That nigga must have went to Everest College.
Stop it.
Stupid.
I go to say a dude about to own the hospital.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because even though it can be corrected, I don't care.
Yeah, that
he got his degree from the Cordon Bleu.
He definitely
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So on the tails of that story, somebody that should have a vasectomy is Nick Cannon. So
I'm really
let somebody else have a baby.
Please. The expectant father of 9. So I think last time we reported he was like on what, 6? And since then,
7,
I think it was 6 or 7, and now he's up to 9. But he was on a show called The Lip Service, which is with Angela Yee from The Breakfast Club, and he was kind of laughing about it, and a lot of people were kind of side-eyeing him like, this is not cute anymore. Like, you know, you're getting multiple women pregnant, and you're just spreading your semen all over the land, and he does not care.
Yeah, he's getting some lip service, and it ain't the kind of lip service me and you giving right now. Let me just say that.
Right. But I thought this was interesting out of a clip from that show, what he said. He said they basically was like, Nick, I thought you were on your celibacy journey. So remember we did a show on celibacy, right? And we kind of talked about Nick Cannon saying that he was celibate or whatever. So they were like, this all started happening when you were on your celibacy journey. So what happened with that? And he said, and so he was like, the thing is, everybody saw that I was down. So he's talking about the death of his 5-month-old son that he lost last year.
Yeah.
So he was like, everybody saw that I was down. So everybody was like, let me give him a little vagina and that's going to cheer him up. And I fell victim to it because I was in such a weak space.
Boy, you
So
sound
December, right before Christmas, he just started having sex like crazy. But he basically said in that interview, if you think the numbers that I put up in 2021 were big, watch in 2022.
What?
So that leaves people to think he's still got some more coming down the pipe that ain't really hit the streets yet.
So has he talked about this? Is this I mean, is this intentional? Does he have some sort of ideology that he's trying to do this?
Everybody's been trying to figure it out.
Hmm.
Everybody's been trying to figure it out. But one thing that is really starting to buzz now is like everybody's saying, no, he needs to seek therapy because he has sex addiction. Like it's something with that that's not lining up.
But there's a lot of people got sex addiction and they ain't putting out that many kids.
But it's like
more
it's almost like you get a kick out of it. Like,
I mean, and I know I've seen some people say he got money, he can take care of them. Y'all stay out of his business. At this point, it's more than just about having money and whatever else. Because first of all, he's sleeping with several different women, unprotected
at the same time
at once. So,
and as Grace says, something wrong with this woman who allowing him to ejaculate in their body raw.
You know,
but Grace, I think they're saying like, oh, my baby about to be set. Me and my baby about to be set, and that's
what it is.
But millions stop being millions when you got 13, 14 kids that you have to pay out to everybody.
So it's crazy because everybody was like, well, based on his comment, it may be more than
this nigga said VD. He went back to 1962 and got a disease.
That's what JJ thought he had on Good Time.
He went back to the episode of Good Time.
VD. Wow.
But I think
that's syphilis, cousin, ain't it?
Right. But I think that what he's missing is a lot of people, like they were kind of talking on the Ricky Smiley morning show, were basically saying that yes, you have money, but you also need time because he missed, I think, his 1-year-old twins' birthday or whatever. And they were like, you should have been there for their 1 year. But they were like, well, he probably had to work because he got to keep them checks coming in.
No,
he forgot.
He might have forgot. He got so many birthdays to remember.
So didn't he write that song? I got hoes.
That was
in
ludicrous.
every area. Oh, I don't know.
He wrote Gigolo.
I got hoes.
And I'm right. He wrote Gigolo, and he's right.
He is a gigolo.
Let's see. I said, set with a disease you can't get rid of. Something that Ajax won't take off. Golden said VD. VD is a funny term, but a serious situation.
Sheesh.
All right, thank you, Lily, for those those stories on the streets are talking. And before we get back in this topic, we will pause one more time for station identification.
BS3 Network is now on Roku TV under BS3 TV.
All right, so I can already tell based on the time and how many points I got on this hair. What the?
You good, sis?
Oh, you just see the comment. Y'all know my stomach weak. Bladder infection.
I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with you over here. That's the comment. Oh, look at Alex Golden giving me the rest of the lyrics over here. She talking about in every area code. Let's see. He sounds like a fool. He is a potential AIDS victim. Wow. A-Trap said he's a nigolo. Grace says, I see bladder infections and their pH is off. Wow. Wow. Okay, so what I was about to say, wow. 100 Black Rock, I'll give you some respect for what you put out there, but a lot of people won't understand that one. I get it, but a lot of people won't understand that. I'm going to put it out there just for folks who might understand it. Okay, but I'm gonna let it go. All right. So what I was talking about on this topic, right? Because there are like 3 or 4 points that I have not gotten to. We may have to have a hair part 2. I didn't know that it was going to pop off like this. There's also some more lines in this in the RE song that we didn't get to, but we have some people chomping a bit about these wigs. So let me just ask this question: what's really up with the wigs, weave, and extensions? Go.
I like a good wig.
Shit,
I
y'all
like
don't know either.
I like wigs and I like extensions.
I think it is another form of expression. Like sometimes you want curly hair, sometimes you want long straight hair.
Right.
It's just one of
So
them things where it's different
now,
hairstyles call for different things.
you have used a term tonight that is new for me. You called it a protective hairstyle.
Style.
Who started that shit?
Why are you talking in your mic like that? We hear you.
That's how I
Black people
emphasize
started
it.
that. Black people started protective hairstyles back when you started getting your hair braided. That's a protective hairstyle.
Yeah.
I think the
Yeah, but I'm talking about the
terminology.
terminology. I'm talking about the
here
terminology.
within the last 5 years or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, the term
Shit,
is
like
not
the last 5 days. Hell, I ain't heard it before then.
When did natural start? That's when protective hairstyles came about, Cheryl. Whenever we started talking about natural hair, that's when.
So tell us this then. How does it protect your hair if it's a protective hairstyle?
Because you're usually you're protecting your hair by adding in another hairstyle. So like braids protect your hair from heat damage or something like that. So it was one of those things where a lot of people were straightening their hair all the time, or we were perming our hair all the time to have that straight look. Well, now you can get the straight look, but you can braid your hair down and sew you some straight hair in, or get you a straight wig or whatever you want to do, but you're protecting your hair.
Okay, let me ask you a question for the brothers out here. Why do some females' hair smell like Fritos when they got wigs, extensions and stuff in?
That's
because they did not wash or condition their hair.
Yeah, they don't wash or condition it.
Gross.
And just like your regular hair, you have to take care of your wigs too and your extensions. You have to wash it. You have to condition all that.
So what if I tell you this? I know it started smelling like it kept smelling like Fritos after they washed and conditioned. So I was told that it's the quality of the hair. Some poor quality wigs and weaves carry an odor.
Some people have even talked about like getting hair from a certain place, and it smells. It's a smell to it.
I know.
So what you saying? So what you saying is he was
laying down with Frito hair.
I didn't say that.
I'm a man of the people. With Frito hair.
I'm a man of the people, so I say.
So you just. And like Mama say, don't be sweating in your head. That's another problem.
Some people say, but braids may leave you with no edges if you're not careful. just ask Stevie Wonder. Not really a braid person.
You are low. You are low.
Facts.
Yeah, you have to be careful on them edges.
Okay.
What is he doing?
But you can still wait.
100 Black say, I like a sister to do what she likes as long as she can set it off the eyebrow, though. I don't know. Maybe he's saying the eyebrows got to be right.
Probably, the eyebrows probably, got to be right.
Yeah. Well, braids are not the only thing that can affect your edges, too. Perms can do all that stuff, too. Damage. So you got
perms, if you're wearing your wigs or extensions too tight, it can do all of that. So you have to get somebody who knows how to take care of your hair, natural hair or extensions.
Postpartum, that can bring out your hair.
It's called breaking it off or something like that.
Breaking it off.
I mean, break off. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know they said my hair broke off. You know what they used to say.
I know, but I cannot stand it. They were like, I ain't getting my hair blonde again. That's what broke it off.
Yeah. Pastor Smith said, "Perm in your hair, even a curly weave with your new addition, Bobby Brown button on your sleeve around the way, girl."
Hey,
Okay,
girl.
that's the lyric, right? Oh boy. Let's see. Look here, Golden talking about the Fritos. Said dog because they nasty. Period. And 100 Black say sweat. So 100 Black, tell me, man, who told you about the show, bro? Let's see. Theodora said, absolutely, you need human hair, not the cheap stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So for the folks in the back of the room who don't know the difference, what kind of, I know y'all get My Little Pony hair, human hair, Yaki number 17. What's all kind of hair it is out there?
It's synthetic burns.
And that's you can't do anything with that.
You can't do anything with synthetic hair. It's gonna burn. So you need to get human hair.
So synthetic means it's man-made.
And not that human blend.
Yeah.
Some people mess up and try to get that human.
Wait a minute. Are we talking about weed or hair? Because I'm telling you, that's the same kind of weed I got. We done had synthetic weed. We done had that blend, Afghan blend. Huh?
No. Is you finished or is you done?
And them blends good too. Go ahead. So that's it? Synthetic?
Yeah, it's synthetic and then there's human hair.
But then with human hair, you have Cambodian. You got you know
Indian.
what?
Filipino.
Yeah, all of that.
Yep. You got Malaysian hair. You got all that.
That's why they started naming their kids Malaysia.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right.
They saw a weed package. That's a good name, girl. I'm gonna name my next baby by Nick Cannon. See, I'm a professional. That's called a tie back here.
Oh my.
Let's see. Keisha said, she goes, probably something they cook. Just like you can't fry chicken or smoke meat and go places, you'll smell it. Wow. Wow. Oh, wow.
That is true, Keisha.
Golden said, I got locks, I wash my hair. So that's another misnomer too, right? Mm-hmm. So I've been seeing videos all week long about, and A-Trap, I'm gonna need your help in a second, remembering this. Maybe even Ben or Mayhem, you might have heard it because we may have mentioned it on the show last night. But she goes, I got locks and I wash my hair. So that's another misnomer, right? Misunderstanding is that people with locks and dreads don't wash it. But I've been seeing a lot of videos lately where some hairstylists have been putting in work on some folks that's got dreads and stuff like that and giving them, it make me want to go in there and get my hair washed by them. She be doing them so good. Mm-hmm. So there's on BS3 network, there's a documentary out there now. It's only about 10 minutes. I want to say 10 to 15 minutes called The Lock and a Twist. So I'm going to tell everybody to go check that out on BS3 TV, A Lock and a Twist. I started to watch that before this, but I'll watch it before part 2 because I think we're going to have a hair part 2. We got Dr. Selena in the building. All right. I wonder if she went to school with that doctor, that other doctor, where they went to Everest College together. You know him?
My link didn't go no Everest College.
All right, we got Miss Sonia back in the building. We haven't seen her in a while. She says, "Evening, y'all. What's up, Miss Sonia? Where you been, girl?" Let's see, just some more comments. Okay, wait a minute. I think 100 blank. My apologies. I'm moving slow through these comments, but my fingers don't work this laptop as much as well as to do this mouse. Okay, no, you're not offending anybody. 100 Black. We go not intending to offend anybody. I'm Miss Hoods and Gets me in East Palo Alto and Orlando. Okay, so that's where you're from. How'd you hear about the show, though, brother?
He put it in there.
Glad you're here.
He just said he stumbled up on the channel.
He stumbled on my page.
Yeah. Okay, that's what's up, man. We appreciate you, man. But no, we're not offended. We got thick skin around here, man. promise you.
Mm-hmm.
If you can dish it out, we can take it, and if you can dish it out, hopefully you can take it. He goes, I keep it real and like perspective, and most definitely IAQ perspective. I stumbled onto the channel, love it. All right, man, I appreciate that. Tell some friends, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow. I don't know what this individual is talking about. The baby won't be named. Pull out. Wow.
Dang. Talking about Nick Cannon kids.
I guess Grace says smells sour. I think she's talking about the hair or either Nick Cannon's girlfriend's. Not sure.
About the hair, boy.
Golden said name the baby Malaysia and her look like Kizzy. God.
Oh my.
God, dog. I heard that. Doctor says lies. I'm official.
You're good, man.
All right. So you didn't go to court on blue either? Okay. Let's see. Golden says, Doc, you fixed that finger comment real fast. Theodora says, I love this show. Welcome. Hey, we love you, Theodora.
Thank you.
We knew you was related. We knew you was related to H-Rap because all his friends got old names. She done heard me tell that joke before. All right. Keisha said, Black America doesn't want us to refer to our locks as dreads because that's created by white people, meaning our locks are dreadful.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's true.
Okay.
That's true.
Drop some knowledge on here. All right, good.
That's true.
All right,
that's why a lot of people call them locks now.
Okay. Okay.
Tell me
wow.
something.
Grace is still stuck on this Frito smelling hair. She done said another term for it is mildewage. She making up words over there. Let's see. Pastor Dodd says the lock. The lock look, the hair a twist, you can take it down. I've been locked for about 20 years. Okay. So he's basically saying you can take it down.
Yeah.
Okay. And Theodora says, I'm old. I don't know if that's a question or a comment. All right. And look, let me just say this. I ain't never seen, it's some proud sisters out there. Theodora and Golden done told us they related 4 times a day. We knew that before the show started. You don't got to keep telling us y'all sisters.
Stop. They're proud to be related.
Oh, Theodora's clarifying. She goes, I am. Let's see. 100 Black say, I don't keep up with Nick Cannon. I heard about all this chilling. So Nick wearing that turban is implication that he is made into the polygamy narrative. Okay. Hey, that's a good question.
Oh, you know
that's
what?
a good question.
Maybe.
That's a
You
good
know what? He did say he would never get married
He said
again.
he would get married. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, what I've seen is, hang on. I'm just showing that Golden thinks I'm funny. Oh, wait a minute.
How you know it was you?
Oh, it was me. Golden, tell him it was me you was laughing at. I know, you know.
Please say anybody else. Golden.
But, you know, I have seen, though, is Nick Cannon on a couple of his shows. He's had, like, I want to say KRS-One and a couple of other woke folks on there. Mm-hmm. So, you know, I think the brother is going through some stuff, no doubt, you know. See, look at her, Golden verified. She was laughing at me, so. So he's going through some stuff for sure with this turban and all that. But I'm just glad. I want him to go back to the college cut though, because whenever he try to grow his hair, that's another thing we got to get into on episode 2. Some of these hairstyles, NBA hair, when you're playing in NFL and you got locks coming out the back of your hair. Hey, Marion Barber, the recently departed Marion Barber, he got tackled by his hair one Sunday.
Yeah, a few Sundays.
Yeah, probably hurt his neck. All right. So hair's been a great subject. It is giving. So we're gonna have to call this part 1 because we're gonna have to come get back into this because, like I said, I think there's some other aspects of it, like discussing dolls is something that I wanted, and what impact that had on young Black girls whenever they was coming up, right? You know, the Barbie doll, being able to comb that hair and that kind of stuff, right? Do we, right? So we talked about how people on the job look at us, or maybe people at Walmart or whatever, but are we still judging one another by our appearance, especially our hair? Are we really? We'll discuss that next episode. We still didn't get into what does having good hair mean? What does having bad hair mean? We still got to get into some of that. So again, we will have a part 2. And again, like I said, NDRE has some more lyrics that I find very interesting. Okay. Dr. Selena says, she a doctor, so we got to listen to her. She goes, Nick Cannon says, has been hurt. Instead of healing, he chose to hoe. Ooh.
That's true. I believe y'all.
Let's see. Theodore says it's going to take 3 segments. Look at her trying to talk our radio and stuff, talking about segments. Bless you. Next time, hit your mute button.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I did.
No,
I think I hit it when I was sneezing.
She hit it and a thing went off the mouth. She said, chew.
Mayhem said, yeah, and maybe the dreads in the roster culture. Okay, let me make that note. Man, make that note. And we're going to send something, and we want to know more about that dread terminology.
Me too. Yeah, I want to know more about that.
And see if that was really, they folks. And again, Keisha brought up a good point. We have to be cognizant of what Black America thinks, right? Because if we don't, ooh, they get us, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. And Mayhem said in the SMH and maybe the roster approach to the dreads. Okay. Keisha, the Barbie dolls hair getting nappy too.
They sure do.
That's when you wash them. And when you wash it, because it's a synthetic hair.
And gigolos get lonely too. Yes, please discuss the different culture of dolls with hair like the kid that's playing with it. Okay. All right. She goes, that is cool. All right. Well, wait, we appreciate y'all. We're going to give our final thoughts. We're going to start with the seasoned queen over in so far North Anna. She almost in Van Augustine.
Augustine.
That's what Mama called it.
Mama say.
All right. Your final thoughts.
I'll be telling her after this.
Okay, y'all. I'm gonna give my final thoughts. My final thoughts really is not a whole lot this time. It's just that just do you, however you want, whatever you want to do with your hair. It's your hair. We all have that right to do whatever it is we want to do with our hair. And the next thing is,
oh no, you're okay. You're okay.
I saw a roach up in that corner.
You a lie. You must have saw it at your own house. Don't play with me.
Yeah.
Don't play with me. Okay. And thank you guys for being on, our listeners for being on and participating in our podcast like you normally do every week. And I appreciate that. And I wish you guys a great rest of the week.
Slow, take your time.
Look, my phone.
Mika.
Shout out to the listeners. Thank y'all.
I thought you was going to start speaking in tongues. You go shout out to. I was she done felt the spirit over there. But you said shout out to. I thought you said shout out to the Honorable Soul. I didn't know.
Don't play with God, boy.
I was finna go there with her. That's what she. She the one. Okay, now she ain't gonna be able to talk for about 3 minutes. Let me get some comments while they recover.
Tay, I'm laughing because I was at your house at Yana's graduation party. I caught the Holy Spirit because Blake turned 6 and I caught the Holy Spirit. And I started shouting. Uncle Ben said, "Oh, okay, get it," and just moved out the way.
Keisha said, "Right on, Doc. Contrary to rumor, gigolos get lonely too." Dr. Selena says, "Great show, fam. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Selena.
We're gonna have to get you back on soon too." Golden Brooks. Okay, 100 Black. Hey, man, we appreciate you for coming on. Appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Trap. Happy Father's Day.
Father's Day.
And while we at it, your mamas, even though you might have a daddy that, not a daddy, but a baby daddy that's a deadbeat dad or whatever, don't get on there talking about Happy Father's Day to me and stuff like that. Let's not do that, please.
Yeah, that's not necessary.
Please, let's not do that. Let's not do that. All right. All right, Mika, shout out to you. Go ahead.
Shout out to our listeners and our viewers. We appreciate it. Y'all make the show great. And
Lily's snorting over there.
I know, and I'm trying to rush through it. Happy Father's Day to all. And I'm with, like Nikki say, if it's okay with your company, if it's okay with, people in your life or your man or your boo or whatever the case may be, do you. Hair, when your hair in different ways is just expression of what you like. So and it keeps it popping for your boo. So I'm just saying, have fun with your hair. Don't be so serious. This was just a fun show, just talking about hair. So thank y'all.
And those are my final thoughts. Thank you. Dr. Selena would be upset if you didn't say that. For some reason, Golden says, ladies, don't go buy no cologne ties and house shoes and shit. Why would they not? That's what you buy. All right, Lily, your final thoughts, man.
We are not our hair, but please comb your hair. Thank you to the listeners.
Please comb it.
Thank you to the listeners. We appreciate you week after week. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. All of the active fathers out there. That's all I have.
And I'm going to say it like they say at church, and all those that had the desire to do good, but had not. And H-Rap said, to all the ladies that wish themselves happy Father's Day, your mama.
Oh, H-Rap.
And I don't know what Pastor Dodd is trying to say. He goes, class and poodle tag. It got me on that. Maybe trying to say pootie tang. I don't know what he's trying to say.
I don't know.
Okay. All right. So for me, wait a minute. Raider Kev. Remember the Raider Kev said he couldn't chat? Look what he doing. He chatting again here.
He spoke and he left. He
appreciate the show, guys. Fam, have a great evening. Golden Brooks, a great show. Thank you, Golden. We appreciate you. Tell your sister Theodora we said hi.
Stop.
For y'all forget y'all sisters. All right. So for me, my final thoughts are, again, hopefully you have some friends, a close circle of friends that y'all can bounce this kind of stuff off of. Yes. Check with each other to make sure y'all straight. I'm just going to say it like that. Just check with each other to make sure y'all straight. See, Proverbs 27:17 says that iron sharpeneth iron, and a man is responsible for the countenance of his brother. Well, again, we're going to talk about the spirit man, not just necessarily a male, right? So our friends, our brothers, our sisters, we're responsible for each other's countenance. So what is countenance? Countenance is our look, our appearance, and our honor. So if we go out there and we ain't looking crazy, doing stuff to disrespect ourselves, it is other that, hey, you out here looking crazy. And if you have friends that can't pull you aside, they're probably not your friend. Okay, if they get offended because you're trying to make sure that they looking right and they take care of themselves and et cetera, then you may want to question that friendship. But again, sharpen each other. Don't have folks out there looking all kind of ways. And those, Dr. Selena, are my final thoughts.
I wish Selena would just get you one day.
She is. I'm gonna let him pop him in his face.
Yeah.
All right. Next week's episode, we will have our special guest host, Grace Robbie Wood of the Life Happens in Grace Experience podcast, and we will be talking about filter-free, flawed, and free. Filter-free, flawed, and free. So we're gonna talk about these photo filters. See, on Queen3 and King, we are courageous enough to talk about these hard-hitting topics, and we ain't scared of y'all either.
They got to be talked about.
Let's talk about it.
All right. So, hey, we appreciate y'all, and we want you to tune in again next week on another episode of Queen3 and King. Say bye, y'all.
Bye, family.
Bye.
BS3 Network. Changing the way you watch TV.
The Queen Bee has arrived.
You know. What's your out then? So I'm gonna start with both of y'all's hands right